Welcome to Blood in the Snow Radio, where we give you the latest news and interviews with the best in Canadian genre cinema. Here are your hosts, Robert Bellamy and Festival Director Kelly Michael Stewart.
We are continuing with Blood in the Snow 2024. What I'd like to do is get you to introduce yourself, your project and how you're connected, and just a synopsis on it.
Perfect.
I guess it's two in this case.
Yeah, there's two of them. Hi, I'm Kelly Paoli. I'm the director of Route 17 and Horticulture for Beginners, which are part of Creepy Bits, the second season of a horror anthology that is set all up in rural Ontario and explores the terrifying nature of nature, I suppose, and how humans and their relationship with nature have soured and how nature is kicking back.
Nature will get you in the end.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
How did you get involved in the Creepy Bits?
So the creator, David J. Fernandez, and I had worked on a project, The Last Video Store, which is currently making a little round of festival appearances right now. It was this fun...
May or may not have just done a pre-order for a Black Fawn distribution film of that title.
Hell yes. Yeah, you're going to have a fun time on that. I was helping out my partner who was the art director on that. So I had come out for like a week doing some art department stuff. And David and I got to chatting, and he found out I was a director and that I've got a long history of doing web series, actually. The majority of my career up until this point has been a lot of web-based and digital-based content. So he was like, hey, I've got the second season that I want to do. I'm gearing up to apply for some funding. Would you be interested? And my background has primarily been comedy. So diving into horror is something I've wanted to do for a really long time. And I was part of the BITS 2021 development lab. And that was like my first kind of foray into getting into horror. So this has been a really, really fun experience for me.
Excellent. So this is not your first run at BITS.
So I did the lab, but this is my first run as a filmmaker having a project in the festival. So that's new and exciting.
Which is a totally different feeling.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
How have you been having fun then so far this year?
Today is like my first day of really getting into bits, which is great. Because I work also pretty heavily as a director and an editor. So I've been kind of swamped with, I'm doing a documentary project at the moment about the Canadian Paralympic women's sitting volleyball team. And they just competed in Paris this past summer and won a bronze medal, which is pretty huge. So I've been kind of juggling the post-production schedule with that. But yeah, now begins my bits journey, and I'm so very excited.
So just a little different than what your shorts are about.
Oh, definitely, definitely.
What made you decide that horror would be your element then in this particular one? Was it just because of David?
Partially because of David and having the opportunity to actually, sit down and kind of come up with whatever. Like David's mandate was like, this is the theme that we're going with. But in terms of like your creativity, to all of the directors, like just go wild. Most of us wrote and directed all of our episodes. I have a co-writer on Horticulture for Beginners, Dominique Arnold. That was sort of having the opportunity to dive into horror was sort of the gateway, but it's something I've always been really, really interested in. I'm queer, and queerness and horror go hand in hand. There's a very, very long history of the horror genre and whether it is implicit or explicit queerness living within it. So it's always been something that I've been a huge fan of, and it's something that, when I first started off as a filmmaker, I didn't think I would be going into horror, but it's been awesome. and so satisfying too to do these projects and do some of the fun stuff we do in them.
Was there any challenges coming from comedy to horror?
Oh yeah.
Really?
And it's really right. Who'd have thunk? It partially one of the reasons why I had a co-writer on Horticulture for Beginners, because one of my big things was like I wanted to make sure that I wasn't leaning too heavily into the comedy. I tend to do a lot of, aside from documentary, do a lot of like dark comedy and have a little bit of that kind of mixed into my work.
There's always a smart-ass remark in there somewhere. Yeah,
okay.
Gotcha.
So having a co-writer for this one of my biggest challenges was that I didn't want Horticulture to become too heavily satire, and she was really able to kind of help me keep it in a direction that felt still like we still lived in that tension. We still lived in this kind of voyeuristic thing that I wanted to do with it, but it was more leaning into the fear of the unknown versus the kind of cheeky, like we're trying to scam everybody, and of course we're going to get our comeuppance through this.
Well, that's just it. When you watch the two of them, they feel like two completely different movies.
Oh, I'm glad. That's great.
Because you're right. The first one, like the Horticulture for Beginners, does have that comedic element, especially when they do the unmasked part and they start talking. And then,
the reveal.
But then you get to the end. But the second one, it's just all tension.
Yeah.
And that one, had me going because I'm sitting there trying to figure out, okay, who's the bad guy?
Oh, yeah.
You know? And where did that story come from?
Honestly, my experience is like I'm a little bit embarrassed to admit this, but I do take a lot of Ubers and Lyfts.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, I'm a city girl. I like to walk or I like to hop in a car if the TTC is not working, which is often does not in this city. So I've had lots of experiences, weird experiences with being alone in a rideshare car with a man who I've never met before, and sometimes there's like these little microaggressions that make you feel uncomfortable. And luckily, like nothing has ever happened to me, but that seed is where it started. And I wanted to explore something from like that female perspective of, being in an environment where you feel unsafe, but then the reveal of like, actually, I do have the power. And like in this case, the character Nina is spoilers, a monster. But that's where she gets her power from. But I really kind of wanted to like take that nugget of experience of like the female experience and kind of explore it and make it larger than life. And Charlotte Dobre, who plays Nina, is a longtime collaborator of mine. She has a very, very successful YouTube channel. If you like comedy and reactions, you should check it out. It's just Charlotte Dobre. And we collaborate often. I work as her editor. So it was a great chance to work with her.
A comedic actor.
Oh, she's a comedic actor.
And you dragged her into the horror world.
Yeah. Drag her along with me.
She transitioned well because, the tension in that movie is just great. But you're right. Like, technically, Lyft and Uber shouldn't exist because we were raised, don't get in cars with strangers.
Exactly.
And now we call them to our house.
Yeah. Give them our address.
Exactly. So, are you looking to do more in horror?
Oh, hell yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I kind of got the bug. I've actually the project that I had brought to the Bits Lab is something that I'm still working on with a writing partner of mine, Aaron Young, who is recently a part of the Warner Brothers Writers Access program. And the story behind that one is it's kind of like Rosemary's Baby meets Juno. So it's a horror satire.
Okay. What's it called?
I can't quite give up the comedy. It's called Empress of Crowns, and it's a television series. Yeah, we've been developing it for the last few years, and a little bit of traction here or there, so hopefully we'll be able to have something come out soon. But
and you were in the lab earlier?
I was, yes.
That was, there was 3 that happened before I got here on Tuesday. That was one I didn't get to see.
Ah, yes.
But yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
Horror comedy is huge. So being able to balance those lines, I think you can definitely do.
Thank you.
So
I try.
That would be excellent.
Yeah.
So is that your next project, or do you have something else on the go?
I've got a couple of things. I'm one of those people that likes to juggle multiple projects at the same time. I don't like to sleep, apparently.
Yep.
But yeah, I got a couple of things going on. So Empress of Crowns is one of them. We received some CMF pre-development funding, and we're working through the motions right now of getting that brought into life. That one is essentially a satire about the gig economy and a cult. And then another project I'm working on right now is a feature that's in development that is a dark comedy about essentially the food crisis going on. It's about depression and Grand Theft Grocery. We'll leave it at that. Yeah.
Grand Theft Grocery. I like that.
Yeah, and then as well, my documentary on the women's sitting volleyball team, which does not have a name as of yet, but hopefully it will next year when it's done. So
that's excellent. I think I see a video game in the future, GTG.
Oh my God, I would love that.
Right?
I would adore that. I'm a huge gamer, so
running out with shopping carts.
Yeah, stealing all that cheese. You know,
yes. Excellent. So just jump back to the films for a second. Horticulture for Beginners. How hard was that to set up? Because those glowing flowers, like those were cool.
Oh, thank you. But yeah.
Are they like just the little tea lights?
So essentially, they've got like these little fairy lights in them. Our art department team were fantastic. They found these flowers that essentially were very kind of unique looking and had these like little dangly bits that were able to like kind of hide the fact that we were stringing a wire very carefully through them. So there's actually in quite a few of the shots, there's the wires have been removed through VFX. But yeah, the little glow throughout, we also increased them in post as well. So it was was a multi-team effort to pull those off.
But CGI on practical.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
That's cool because I'm still a practical guy.
Oh, I love practical. Everything for the most part in my episodes is practical, with the exception of one shot in Route 17 and the additional glow on the flowers. And so that was something I was really, really happy with.
That shot in Route 17 near the end, I'm guessing.
Oh yeah,
yes.
yeah. You know the one. It's
Yeah.
it's before the. I'm doing for our listeners at home, doing a fun motion with my hands right now.
Yes.
That once you watch it, you'll get it. But
Exactly. Oh man, those are great. Well, if someone is tracking you down both horror and comedy, how do they keep track of what you're doing?
Instagram. That is my one go-to social media platform where I only post my work and photos of my cats, which are also quite adorable, I will say.
Cat
You gotta love a
pictures.
cat.
I don't know how often I get stuck on YouTube, the reels,
Oh yeah.
and I'll just watch the cat videos.
Oh, it's the best.
Cat and dog. Sorry, I do watch some of the dog.
The
ones.
dog ones are pretty good too. They're pretty good.
But you're right. Cat videos just.
They suck you in. They know how to get you.
I
They
wasted
appeal.
2 hours one night, and before I realized it, 2 hours. And they're only 20 seconds each.
Yeah.
So how many did I have to watch? Holy jeez.
I recently got embarrassing side note, but I recently got into watching videos of carpet cleaning. It's like people who they'll take like a carpet and they'll do like the full, they'll put all these cool soaps on them and then like squeegee them down, and it is so satisfying to watch.
I saw a gentleman do that with lawn care. Oh. He stops at people's houses and it shows him trimming things down and spray washing the concrete.
It's just so satisfying.
I don't know why, but yes.
It hits a part of your brain that you're just like, this is great.
Yeah. He's like knocking off a to-do list. This is perfect.
Yeah.
Excellent. Well, congratulations on getting into the festival.
Thank you so much.
And I can't wait to see more of like this because, these two
we'll
are
keep you
just
posted.
wicked. Excellent.
Thank you so much, Rob.
Thank you.
Join us next time for Blood in the Snow Radio. Bits Radio is a production of Three Evil Cats Productions in association with the Blood in the Snow Canadian Film Festival. For more information and to listen to other episodes, visit bloodinthesnow.ca and tweet us at BitsFilmFest. Music by Jen Gorman, produced and edited by Kelly Michael Stewart. I am Edward.